guys, LivLoren here. So I am back from Leeds Festival and it was one incredible year. I honestly think this was the best festival I've been to since I started going to them 3 years ago. There's just so many amazing bands and artists that I don't think there was a time where I wasn't seeing someone. I thought I would do a little review for you guys since I saw both bad and good, but I'm not going to review everyone because this video would be an hour long. So I'm just going to pick my favorites and my least favorites, so let's get started. So on the very first day of Leeds Festival, I started off by seeing Lonely the Brave. They were second on the main stage, and I was anything but impressed. Their performance was just so boring. The lead singer literally stood in one spot with his eyes closed the entire set, and it was just lacking so much energy. It was just an awkward performance overall. I did not like them one little bit. Right after was Against Me, who I saw in Vancouver a month ago, and they put on a great performance. They were just filled with tons of energy, and you could just tell they were having an awesome time on stage. They played hit after hit with very little talking just so they could fit in as many songs as possible. And they closed their set with their best song, Teenage Anarchist, and the crowd loved it. It was just an awesome show. Then I headed over to the pit stage to go see Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes, who released their debut album just 2 weeks before the festival. The tent they were playing in was packed. Every single person in there knew all the words to every song, which in my opinion adds a lot to the person's performance. Not only that, but the band themselves were crazy. Frank Carter was in the middle of a circle pit singing. The circle pit went outside the tent they were playing in. It was just awesome. If you guys haven't checked out Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes, I highly recommend you do. You will not regret it. Next was Beartooth, who I've been really into lately. The thing I love about their performance is that lead singer Caleb Shomo owns his stage. He's running back and forth, singing and jumping around. He's just having the time of his life up there. Another great thing is that they perform each song exactly like it is on the album, or even better. It was just one amazing performance. And lastly, on the pit stage, I saw Frank Iero and The Celebration. They actually came on late, so they had to cut their set short. I think they cut out about 2 songs, which sucks, but with the little time that they had, they absolutely killed it. They played all their best songs and were filled with energy. They put on an awesome performance. I just wish that they played more than 6 songs. And to end day 1 of Leeds Festival, I saw Frank Turner. He was actually playing without his band, The Sleeping Souls, and honestly, he didn't need them. He was just as good, if not better, without them. His voice is just so powerful that all he needs is that and his guitar. Seeing him play solo was an amazing experience. It was just him and the crowd. It was a little sing-along. It was an unforgettable moment. On day 2, I started off with Neck Deep, and I have to be honest with you guys, I am not a huge fan of theirs. I love pop punk, but I just don't like them, but I thought I would give them a chance. They performed well. The lead singer was running around the stage dancing to the songs, and the band themselves was good, but I just didn't like it. It wasn't for me. They're just a generic pop punk band, which is exactly what their flag said on stage. It was okay, but it was nothing special. Then I went to go see Panic at the Disco for the one song everyone was there for, which is I Write Sins, Not Tragedies, and I was totally impressed with them. Every song was so catchy, their performance was just so fun, and Brendan Urie has an incredible voice. They were doing Queen covers, and he was absolutely killing it. I loved it. If you guys ever have the chance to see Panic, I highly recommend you go. It was just a fun show. You'll have an awesome time. Right after was All Time Low, who I just love, and as always, they put on an amazing show. They were joking around with one another, running from one side of the stage to the other side, and they were just having an awesome time on stage, which I love seeing. They mostly played new songs off of Future Hearts, but they did play some old classics like Dear Maria. Not only that, but they actually brought fans on stage for Time Bomb, which was awesome. They put on a great performance. It was definitely my favorite of the day. After that, I went over to the lockup stage and saw the Bronx. Now, the only reason why I was there was so I could be up front for Simple Plan, who was up next, but I almost wish I didn't go. Their performance was just so sad. The band wasn't having a good time. They were just standing there emotionless, and the lead singer was a drunk mess. He was moshing in the crowd. It was just a sad performance. I didn't like it. And lastly, on day 2, I saw Simple Plan, who I love, and I love them even more because they are Canadian. I was so excited to see them because it's been a few years since I last saw them, and I grew up listening to them, so I couldn't wait. They played all their classics like Jump and Shut Up, but they didn't play I'm Just a Kid, which I was really sad about, but that's because their set got cut short. It was just an awesome show. They're always so much fun, and I got a pick, which made it even better. On day 3, which was the very last day of Leeds Festival, I started off by seeing Babymetal, and let me tell you, this was probably the cutest thing I have ever seen. It's 3 young girls singing and dancing to metal music. It's just so adorable. They're so talented, and the band playing for them is incredible. They're actually heavier than a lot of the metal bands around. They're just so cute and I'm so impressed with them. If you ever have the chance to see Babymetal, I highly recommend you see them. And then I started my main stage run just so I could be up front for Alexis and Bring Me. I know, I am totally crazy, but up next was Pierce the Veil, and I have to be honest with you guys, I did not like the performance at all. Everything was totally off, the bass was way too high, so overpowered, Vic singing and any guitar, you just couldn't hear it. And from what I did hear, I just didn't like it. I was actually really sad I didn't like their performance. Then it was time for Alexis on Fire, which is one of the main reasons why I went to Leeds this year. They're doing a little reunion tour and they're going nowhere near me. They just did so well. It was so nice to see them having fun on stage, just like old times. And they also have a ton of energy. George and Chris Steele were running around the stage. And at one time, the lead singer George was actually in an inflatable boat with a fan singing above the crowd. It was just so much fun. It was awesome. I'm glad I got to see them. And lastly, I saw Bring Me the Horizon. You guys know what a huge fan I am of theirs, and I am still speechless from their performance. They proved that they could and will be a huge band one day. They started off with Happy Song to get the crowd going, then played a few songs off the Sempiternal, as well as Throne and Blessed with the Cursed. They didn't play anything off of Suicide Season, which sucks, but they had to fit in their best songs first. As a fan from the beginning, it was so awesome to see them on the main stage right before Metallica with an actual stage setup and to see how far they've come. For my side of the crowd, there were a few boos, but they were drowned out by fans singing as loud as they could. There were a few shoes thrown as well, but it didn't faze them. They just came back stronger and louder. They did an amazing job performing. They just keep getting better and better every time I see them. They definitely proved that they deserve to be where they were. I'm so happy I saw them. I am still speechless. So that is my opinion on a few performances that I saw this year at Leeds Festival. If you want to check out everyone I saw, make sure you watch my vlog. I'll leave a link to it down below. If you ever have the chance to go to Reading or Leeds, I highly recommend you go. I've had an incredible time every year. Don't forget to visit my website, LivLoren.com, where I post music news daily, as well as my concert photos. And make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. I make a video every Friday. I'll see you guys next week.